I was outdoors in a rough, almost agricultural setting. I was looking at a long, overgrown embankment. Two men were standing there, an older one and a younger one. The younger man was evidently upset about the fact that the older man had inadvertently mowed down some tulips belonging to or planted by the younger one previously. The older man had taken a bright red tulip with a length of stalk left on it and pushed it into the ground, seemingly trying to convince the other that it would grow all right. Neither the young man nor me were remotely convinced of this. The scene changed to what appeared to be a huge, professionally tended garden of the type usually found at stately homes. There were one or two people standing around, most notably Boris Johnson. A chauffeur-driven car, a Bentley I think, although I did not see the front, swished into view and stopped in front of us. A toffee-nosed woman in the back appeared to sneer at us, and then the car drove off. I did not recognise the woman, but somehow I now knew the gardens belonged to the Queen. Suddenly I found I had inadvertently stepped into a rectangular concrete pond. I was standing in the middle, knee-deep in green water, surrounded by projecting weeds and lily pads. I couldn't get out. Boris offered me a hand, but he couldn't get me out either. And there the dream ended, and my thoughts on it. It seems to me the dream was a warning regarding the oncoming fate of the world. You can easily relate the characters to the current unravelling political scene. The gardener with the youth clearly represents the working classes, grasping at the last dying remains of their jobs. The youth also suggesting the future in dire straits, and the tulip the coming end of the natural world. The helpless middle classes losing their livelihoods are symbolised by the bumbling, useless Boris, in his own way, maybe with the last vestige of conscience, extending a pointless, dysfunctional hand. And the woman in the Bentley clearly represents the lofty upper classes who couldn't give a toss as long as they think they'll still have their excessive creature comforts. Actually, the car scene does remind me of A Tale of Two Cities, Dickens' wonderful, sad love story, when the hated local aristocrat Evremon's carriage runs over a starving child in the filthy, crowded Paris streets, and he contemptuously throws a minuscule coin at the grieving parents, driving off to his luxurious palace, not knowing his imminent death lies in the hands of one of the crowd, clinging to the back of his coach, dagger at hand. This was on the eve of the French Revolution, and like the ruling classes then, I rather think ours also feel untouchable. It seems to me, however, once they have done what's desired of them, they too will prove expendable and suffer the same fate at the hands of the dark forces as the rest of the human race. For my own part, I guess it is saying, only I, a perennial stick in the mud, have to get myself out of the mire. Nobody else in this physical world can do it for me.
That's cool, Peter. Thank you. That's very, very good. You see that very good. That's excellent. Thank you so much for sharing. There's a lot there. Thank you.